So this is the new collection, the Rainbow Tribe, and I was really obsessed with learning new surface techniques. So, like for instance, this looks like a crumpled old piece of metal. This was made by plating aluminum foil with copper and then molding it. So it's got this interesting texture, as with these two rings. Again, the circle was central to this collection, a lot of circles. And then I also played around with textures that look like little pieces of poppy seed, little salt. So it's a really fun thing, it's kind of cool. In general, my rings tend to be a little bit chunky, but I always stay true to my edgier side, and I've got a lot of double rings here, which are, I don't know, I love them. I think they're quite different and they're pretty fun to wear. Again, this is playing with the texture on the ring. And then here we've got another double ring with a sterling silver ball and a black onyx ball, which is one of the gems that I used for this collection. Another gem I used in this collection was the Smoky Quartz. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of brown, translucent. I just think it's really, really pretty. And this is a fun necklace because it's got little charms that say healing. There's an ohm symbol. It's got a pretty sacred connotation in it, and it's also a fun piece to wear. And going over here, I was trying to emulate some ancient-looking jewelry, like make some ancient-looking coins. And this is one of my favorites, and it says protection, hope and harmony. And it's got an infinity symbol and the ohm symbol, and this is all hand-carved and hand-produced. And then you've got the one down here, which is again hand-carved with a big malachite stone in the middle. And all around the stone, there's all these ancient power symbols. Some of them are power Reiki symbols. Some of them are just sacred symbols of love. This is all things that I researched just to get them all on one piece of jewelry and then just put it out there. And as I was saying before, the large links were a big thing for this fall, so this is a necklace that would pertain to that. And it's a pretty long necklace, and each link is individually made, so it's pretty painstaking, this necklace, to make, but the result is just absolutely stunning. And then, you know, if you want something a little bit more simple, you've got the earrings over here. The bottom circle is hammered to give it texture, and the top circle, it's also textured. It's this process that you can do using the torch, where you just heat up the silver so much that it starts bubbling and gets a specific texture on it. So it's a lot of fun for me to explore these different techniques, and I learn, you know, along the way too. Another surface technique is called reticulation. Again, it's when you heat up the metal so much that it actually changes the shape of the metal. It's a little bit more visible on this one because it completely warps the metal, but gives a really, really beautiful effect. This is a long pendant, sort of like a medallion, also like an amulet for protection with some freshwater pearls over here. And also in the freshwater pearl and amethyst region, we've got this big chunky ring, one of my personal favorites, big chunky amethyst crystal set in sterling silver. And then there's some fun bangles, which are very everyday, easy to wear pieces, hammered, once again to give it texture. I wanted to stay away from anything that was too modern. I wanted to give it a bit of personality with a bit of charms hanging. And then over here, this is an interesting process. These are brass cuffs that are hand painted with enamel and then dipped in nitric acid. So the acid eats away at the metal that's not covered in the varnish, and it gives like a sort of a texture. It's pretty dangerous and toxic stuff. I have to be very careful when I use the nitric acid and protect myself very well, but the end result is just gorgeous. This as well is done with nitric acid, so it's actually got a bit of shape three-dimensionally. And then the other two pieces are heated up with the torch again to give that kind of interesting effect, and then there's some malachites, which is one of my personal favorite stones. So that's all, folks.